in this film are ridden by trained professional drivers for demonstration purposes and for your entertainment. Polaris supports safe, responsible riding. Any vehicle can be dangerous if ridden improperly. You and any guest riders should read the owner's manual carefully before riding. Get proper training and do not attempt maneuvers beyond your capabilities. Always wear a helmet and protective clothing and obey all rules and regulations.
When I jump on my Polaris, I'm riding out in style. The hardest thing to do is wiping off my smile. I ain't holding back, I'm gonna go the extra mile. She turns to me and says,
Are we having fun now?
blazing a trail, riding in the lead. I got my Polaris, nothing else I need. Performance is the power in your hand. Performance is the feeling of flying across the land. Performance is Polaris, the best at your command. Performance above all, Polaris. And there's a way to see the countryside like nothing else I know. Riding my Polaris, cruising through the snow. I never wanna stop, so hang on, here we go. She turns to me and says,
Are we having fun now?
blazing a trail, riding in the lead. I got my Polaris, nothing else I need. Performance is the power in your hand. Performance is the feeling of flying across the land. Performance is Polaris, the best at your command. Performance above all, Polaris. Performance is the people of the great Polaris team. We build our pride and spirit into this great machine. Polaris goes the distance, it's the best you've ever seen. We turn to you and say, are we having fun now? Performance is the power in your hand. Performance is the feeling of flying across the land. Performance is Polaris, the best at your command. Performance above all, Polaris. Performance is the power in your hand. Performance is the feeling of flying across the land. Performance is Polaris, the best at your command. Performance above all, Polaris. Performance above all, Polaris. Performance above all, Polaris.
For 1992, Polaris offers you performance above all. With hot new looks, more versatility, more dependability, more excitement. 7 brand new models. Each machine offers the optimum combination of features for a particular kind of riding. Each represents the ultimate value in its class. Polaris' philosophy of excellence demands attention to detail, uncompromising fit and finish, and an obsession with technical improvement. It's also reflected in accessories that add to your excitement. And hot new Polaris wear for your riding comfort. Pure fun and pure Polaris. The affordable Polaris lights for $19.92 look as good as they ride. With all new graphics, beautiful new finishes, and wind-cheating aerodynamics. But the light's new look is just the icing on the cake. With independent front suspension, the new 1992 Polaris Starlight and Indy Light set the standard for good, clean fun. 2 new sleds, the Indy Light Deluxe with electric start and hand warmers, and Indy Light GT with a 2-up seat, cargo carrier, and front bumper standard. Both incorporate refinements developed especially with the recreational rider in mind. All Indy Lights boast the same low weight, high maneuverability, and fuel-miserly performance that's made these machines so popular since the Polaris lights were introduced last year. Making Polaris the only snowmobile company to feature all IFS sleds. Add Polaris winter wear and the right accessories, and you're ready for the time of your life. Easy riding, crisp handling, responsive. When it's fun you're after, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, you can't beat the Polaris lights. Hitting the trail is one thing. Getting back is something else. That's why Polaris trail machines provide the reliability, comfort, and fuel economy to get you there and home again in style. The Indy Sport and Indy Sport GT now come standard with 34mm carbs for increased performance without sacrificing fuel economy. And the Indy Trail and Indy Trail Deluxe with their legendary independent front suspension are sure-footed, sure-fire sleds engineered to take whatever the trail dishes out. Refined to provide maximum reliability, evolved to an unparalleled degree of durability. When it comes to survival of the fittest here, a Polaris trail sled is your natural selection. With the Polaris trail sled of your choice, you can take to the woods with confidence. No other trail sleds take you further, in greater luxury, or more dependably than trail sleds from Polaris. Polaris brings the same unsurpassed excellence to building work machines that it does to making the best recreational, trail, and high-performance machines in the industry. With articulated rear suspensions, high-low range with reverse transmission, and a host of standard features. The Indy Super Track and the Indy Wide Track are all-purpose, no-nonsense workhorse sleds that can double as long-distance touring machines par excellence. With a Polaris work machine, you'll not only have what it takes to get the job, any job done right, but you'll also have the muscle to climb the steepest grades, the endurance to cover the longest trails, and the confidence to do it all in maximum comfort with minimum effort. On the track, off the beaten path, for the record, Polaris performs. And the legacy continues with machines that redefine the meaning of speed, handling, and technical sophistication. With 9 different liquid-cooled performance models, ranging from 440 cc's to 650 cc's, Polaris provides you power to burn. For 1992, Polaris introduces 5 hot new models. Indy 400 now boosts its power to 440 cc's. Indy XCR, winner of the 1990 I-500 race. Indy 500 SKS and Indy 500 SP, both with electronic fuel injection standard. And the Indy Classic, now with 2-up seating, a built-in backrest, 133-inch track, and an electronic fuel gauge, all standard, all making it the ultimate luxury touring sled. Snowmobile magazine named the Indy 500 the sled of the decade, and savvy snowmobilers agree, as the Indy 500's popularity proved. Polaris also scored big among performance-minded riders with the first electronically fuel-injected twin-cylinder sled, the 500 EFI. And the first electronically fuel-injected triple, the Indy 650 RXL. While other Polaris performance machines deliver improved fuel economy or more horsepower at high altitudes, it doesn't end here. Polaris engineered accessories and apparel that's as warm and comfortable as it is eye-catching and elegant let you go all out under almost any conditions. That's the real power of performance, Polaris style. No one in the industry offers the choices Polaris does. Lights, trails, work sleds, all-out performance machines. With Polaris, you come first. For power, for dependability, for smart, good looks. However you define performance, Polaris makes a snowmobile with your kind of riding in mind. With Polaris, it's performance above all.
Performance is the power.